There are so many different experiences to be had at Walt Disney World. It can be so difficult to keep up with all the different parties and special events and special activity add-ons that you can bring to your vacation. And in today's video, I'm going to go over a few of those items that I personally am super excited about for the future. These are some luxury bucket list items that I hope to experience one day in the future. Now, this bucket list is all about Walt Disney World. I have separate ideas for different destinations all around the world and the Disney Cruise Line, but this list today is all about Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. First up, it's to try every single dessert party that Disney World offers. I've tried a few different dessert parties. I gotta tell you, I absolutely love them. I'm looking forward to trying the one at Magic Kingdom for Happily Ever After. I've never tried one there before. There's also one that you can experience with Cruella for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It's an additional add-on on top of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party that I'm looking forward to experiencing hopefully this year. Next up, in the future, I would love to stay at a Polynesian Village Resort bungalow. The bungalows at Walt Disney World sit right over the water. You have a great view of Cinderella Castle, and at night there's actually a little speaker inside where you can turn up the volume and hear Happily Ever After along with the fireworks. It's meant for a lot of people. A lot of people can fit in that bungalow, but it is one that I hope to try in the future. Very expensive at the time of filming. Next up is the Amorette's cake decorating experience that you can do at Disney Springs. This is an expensive cake decorating experience to say the least, but it's very, very special because the chef actually walks you through how to decorate these cakes. And you know, I'm not that much of a baker, but I feel like that'd be a fun experience to have while at Disney. Next up, it's a surf lesson at Typhoon Lagoon. A little while ago, I saw my friend Tim experience surfing at Typhoon Lagoon, and I gotta tell you, it looked awesome. So cool. It's something I definitely want to try in the future. Now, that being said, surfing at Typhoon Lagoon sounds amazing. Surfing in the ocean, that sounds a little bit scarier. Just because, if you know me, I'm a little bit afraid of sharks. I don't like sharks. They can just kind of mind their own business there, and being in the water with them, that doesn't sound too appealing to me. So surfing at Typhoon Lagoon, I feel like is the perfect solution to that. Next up, it's the Wild Africa Trek that you can find at Animal Kingdom. The Wild Africa Trek is a very unique experience at Animal Kingdom because you actually have the opportunity to walk along and see the animals on the safari. You see those bridges kind of above where the alligators are and all that. People actually walk on those for this very special Wild Africa Trek. In the future, I hope to experience this one. In addition to that, I would love to do some more of those behind the scenes tours. I have never done Keys to the Kingdom or Caring for Giants. These are a lot of special tours that you can find at Walt Disney World. Now, in the past, when I talk about these tours, I've mentioned my fear of losing the magic, but after living close to Walt Disney World for a few months now, I can tell you, I don't think that's much of a worry anymore. I don't think the magic is going anywhere. I go all the time when it is open, and I love to experience it. So that's one thing in the future that I'd love to try, all these different behind the scenes tours. Now, with the behind the scenes tours, I won't be able to film any of it, so I won't be able to bring you with me, but once I experience these, I hope to tell you all about it in a video so I can explain it, tell you what I liked, tell you what I didn't, tell you if it took away from the magic at all. More of that in a future video. Next up, it's special dining experiences like Victoria and Albert's Chef Table. Victoria and Albert's is a restaurant that, first of all, I've never been to. That's one I really want to try in the future. It's an expensive one at Walt Disney World, but it gets even more expensive when you do these chef experience where they actually customize the menu for you and make it very special. You actually sit back there, you watch them make the food. It's extremely unique. It's one that I hope to try one day in the future. Another one that I would love to experience is chartering one of those very large boats at Walt Disney World. In the past, we've been on those very special fireworks cruises, the Illuminations fireworks cruise, one of my all-time favorites. So glad we had the opportunity to experience that before it went away. But I'd love to try one of those very large, almost yacht-style boats that you can find at the Grand Floridian Resort. And sometimes they're going around. You can put a lot of guests on there with you. I think it's maybe 10 guests, 8 guests, something like that. And you can go on board and you can go all around and see the Magic Kingdom, Contemporary, maybe do some fishing on board, and of course, see those fireworks. That's one that I'd love to experience one day. Another one that I would love to experience, it's kind of on the bucket list longer term, is to be able to see the inside of the Cinderella Castle Suite. In the past, the Cinderella Castle Suite was actually part of a special drawing. You could actually win a stay inside Cinderella Castle. But now they don't really do it that way. You can actually go for a tour for like something like $12,000 last time I heard. Very, very expensive, but staying one night, just one night at Cinderella Castle is one thing that I would love to check off the bucket list for Disney World. That being said, it may not be within my control. It may just be kind of like a random drawing again in the future, but if it's ever offered, I would love it. Oh my gosh. Now, we've stayed at many Disney resorts in the past, but another one to add to the bucket list is trying club level at Walt Disney World. When I was very young, we did try it as a family once before, only once, and I gotta tell you, it was amazing. We experienced all the special dining, special views. It was extra magical, and I'd love to experience it again. Polynesian is one I definitely want to try, maybe at the Contemporary as well, somewhere club level where they have that buffet throughout the day. You can just snack on the different food, see the amazing views. Something I'd love to try one day. Besides Polynesian and Contemporary, Animal Kingdom Lodge comes to mind as well, or Yacht Club, Yacht and Beach Club. That'd be another one for club level. Just thinking about the future. Next up, I would love to visit Golden Oaks, see one of those very special houses in there. You can actually live on Disney property for a couple $1 million, very expensive houses, but I'd love to be able to see it firsthand and possibly dine at the special restaurant they have there. And I think there's another one at the Four Seasons kind of next door. I think there are a few restaurants there, not 100% sure, but seeing more of Golden Oaks is definitely on my bucket list. One that I would love to experience, and I'm not even sure if it's possible, is seeing inside Walt's apartment at the Magic Kingdom. You know, we have it at Disneyland. We've actually seen some pictures from the past of inside Walt's apartment right above the firehouse. But the idea of just visiting, just seeing it would be absolutely incredible. Again, not sure if it's possible, but that is one that, let me tell you, it is on my mind. I have thought about it before. I would just love, absolutely love to see the other side of that lamp that you can see at the fire station. The last one on my bucket list for today, and I have no doubt it will continue to evolve in the future, but for today, last one is Divequest. Inside the Seas Pavilion, as you exit Finding Nemo, you just walk inside, you can go through the gift shop. There's a very large aquarium, one of the largest around. It's huge. And inside this aquarium, there are fish, there are rays, there are turtles, and sharks as well. And if you've ever eaten at the Coral Reef restaurant, you've seen these different fish kind of floating by inside the tank as you enjoy your meal. It's an amazing experience from Coral Reef, but have you ever thought about the other side of the glass? I gotta tell you, I'm still divided on this one. I really am. My sister Michelle would love to experience this one. It's a big motivation for me to kind of get over my fear of sharks a little bit. But if you have a certified diver's license, from what I understand, you can dive for an additional fee in the tank with a special instructor who's kind of showing you where you can go, but you have to know how to dive. You dive down there and you get to experience the tank from the other side. Keep in mind, you are in the tank with sharks. I know that they're well fed and everything, but that's still extremely scary for me to think about. But maybe one day in the future on the bucket list for me as a possibility, I'm not saying 100%, but a possibility, we'll try Divequest. Maybe. Those are my bucket list items for Walt Disney World as of now. This list will definitely be changing in the future as we experience more at the place where dreams come true, but that is the list for now. Those are my bucket list items at Walt Disney World. I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. Is it club level? Do you want to go diving at Divequest, or is it something totally different that's not even offered at Walt Disney World, that you'd like a special, super special tour of the inside of Space Mountain or something? Don't be afraid to be creative. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me today. Until next time, have a magical day.